What's up, guys? Azran back here, and we got a little something different than the regular content on my channel here. We're gonna be here bringing coverage of the TISA, aka the International Showdown Academy Season 2. If anybody doesn't know what this is a draft league, and if anybody doesn't know what a draft league is, it works sort of like GBA or UCL, if you've ever seen those. It's kind of like Pokemon version of fantasy football, where we draft Pokemon, and then we have a team of maybe 10 to 12 Pokemon, and then every week we'll look at each person's team, and then we'll try our best to counter team it so that we can win. And then top 8 make playoffs, yada yada yada. There are 16 teams, 16 teams that can all be seen here. We are going to be, for this season, the Gainesville Greninjas right here, the GGs. So this video will probably just cover a few things about how the league format's going to work and my draft and my post-draft analysis. So we are in, looks like we are in the Mountains Division. Mountains Division. I don't know any of these players. Goku. Oh, actually, I know Goku. I don't know these guys, though. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how the battle goes. For right now, I guess threats probably Jayhawk. Jayhawk. Jayhawk is a good battler. A good battler in drafts form. I think I'm a better battler than him in general, but in draft formation, he is a lot better. So we can look at the pre-draft power rankings, and it looks like I've been graciously given the rank of second. That's good for me, and looks like Jayhawk was placed above me. Hopefully I can maintain that. 27, I haven't seen him battle in action. I've been in a league with him, but he wasn't playing as much, so I don't really know anything. So honestly, I'm in here blind. I know the style of play of Jayhawk, Sokka, a little bit of Goku, but that's about it. Maybe Matrix, but other than that. So now let's move on to the interesting part, the draft. The draft. My draft, as you can see, is right here, but we'll be going to it on the team builder. So my philosophy with draft leagues is pretty simple. For a draft league, you need a few things. You need a water resist. You need a water resist. You need a dark resist. You need a fire, water, grass core, or a fairy steel dragon core. And finally, a ground resist also. A ground resist and an electric resist. That's what I need. So each team was allowed to pick a franchise mascot, like the mascot of the team or something like that. So there were 2 teams that were named Greninjas. We are the Gainesville Greninjas. There was another team called the Portland Greninjas. So I decided he could have the pick. Plus, it'd be more beneficial to me in the long run to take one of my favorite mons, Doug Trio. Now in league format, I don't notice many people drafting to trap. I guess if I put out this video and my fellow draft league mates are watching this, they'll probably be able to prep much easier for this. But in general, I feel like trapping is essential to my style. Basically, I trap, and then I sweep. And you can see that by my first 3 draft picks. So Super Dix is my Doug Trio. It helps trap steals, fast steals. It helps trap things like Excadrill or Magearna. Choice Band Doug Trio has a chance to kill defensive Magearna, like HP and defensive investment. It kills, I think, with max HP, which is absolutely insane. Doug Trio got a fuck ton better due to its attack buff. It got 20 base attack power buff. So at max adamant, we're looking at 294 with prior chip damage. That's probably OHKOing a lot of things. Like, the thing is, Super Dix is like frail, always frail. It's also a stealth rocker. Sometimes, yeah, I can use it for stealth rock. I can use it for memento, even earthquake. I can do like focus sash, reversal. Like there's many options I can do with this. Basically, there's always a Pokemon on my team that I want to sweep with, and Super Dix helps me to get rid of the threats. Like for example, if I wanted to sweep with like my Mega, which is Mega Altaria, then Mega Altaria gets annoyed by steals, and if I wanted to sweep like a Dragon Dance sweeping set, Altaria doesn't have a physical fire move, so if I trap some steals like Excadrill, I guess, then it helps clear the way if I don't have Earthquake for some reason. But anyway, moving on to the next one. Here's our second trapper here, Sly Cooper, aka our Weavile. This Weavile is the Pursuit Trapper. This traps the Lotties. This traps like ghosts like Gengar, Chandelure, and it can even Pursuit Trap anything with like average to weak defense that I need out of the way. So mainly, yeah, this is a Pursuit Trapper. Also serves as a nice priority with Ice Shard, but I could also run other things like Swords Dance on it, or I could even run like Beat Up. Who knows if that'll ever be a gimmick? Probably the main sets I'll be using is Life Orb, Lum, Berry, and Choice Band, and the main ability is definitely going to be Pickpocket probably. So then that's our second trapper, and our third trapper is for Pesky Scizor, Pesky Ferrothorn, all those bulky steals, who just wall and wall and wall. Magnezone with Magnet Pull right here. See, the thing with my trappers is even if they aren't able to trap because the opponent is carrying a Shed Shell, like let's say a Celesteela has a Shed Shell, like he preps and says gets a Shed Shell, that's great. Well, either way, I'm still going to get initiative with a Volt Switch if you decide to switch out, unless you're switching out to a ground type. But if not, then, you know what, and you're taking damage, then you don't have that 6% every turn, which is usually 12%, because Celesteela carries Protect, and then it's more with Leech Seed. So it actually adds up. So trapping with Magnezone is another way to clear the road for my Mega Altaria, which I did draft the Mega Altaria. So yeah, basically this thing is gonna run stuff like T-Bolt, HP Fire. Sometimes I might change it depending on who I'm facing. If they have like lots of Flying Grounds or Ground Dragons, I might change the HP to HP Ice. This could vary from anywhere from a Scarf set to a Spec set or something in between, maybe even Salac or something sub-Salac. And then it also has like utilities such as like Mirror Code, Thunder Wave, which is always important sometimes if you need the speed control. I can run Sturdy Mirror Code if I feel like there's nothing to trap on my opponent's team. And Magnezone is just hella bulky. I can even run Assault Vest, which is good too. And then I have here Royal Derp, which is Slowking. Now, I'm a strong believer that Slowking can wall anything in draft format. I've seen it used by my friend Podge to wall all kinds of things. Colbur Berry, Slowking, physically defensive is amazing to stuff knockoffs. And its Spadef is what it's actually known for, so if you buff that even more, then it's my special wall. And then Slowking also provides, reliable recovery and slack off. It has, a wide array of moves. It can use Trick Room. It can, has the best move in the game, Scald. It also has Psyshock, Fire Blast, Grass Knot. So I could run anything from like offensive Assault Vest to Trick Room Life Orb to Rocky Helmet, even like eject buttons, Slowking if I wanted to get momentum. So there's lots of stuff there. Next after that, my fourth pick, I decided to just get started on my Dragon Core, my Steel Dragon Core. So now I have my Steel, and now this is the Dragon part of my Dragon Core, Steel Dragon Fairy Core. Flygon. He also provides a great ground resist minus Mold Breaker Drill, and he's a great mon because he was buffed, especially thanks to the fact that he got Dragon Dance. So he got Dragon Dance, and not only that, he already learned Roost. He got his Defog, so he can either be like a Sweeper, a Bandit set, a Scarf set, a DD setup set, like bulky DD Roost maybe, or like utility Defog. The only thing that's unfortunate is he doesn't learn Stealth Rock, and if I want, I could even take opponents by surprise. He has a decent special move pool with Bug Buzz, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, Earth Power. I can even do that because 80 base is not too bad, especially when you're catching mons off guard. When opponents are switching in defensive walls, like to expect your Flygon to be physical or something. So 80 base with like a Life Orb or Specs is not too shabby. So then we have next my water resist that I spoke of. Like up to this point, Slowking was my water resist. But you know, what if Scald burns? What if Scald burns? That's always unfortunate. Well, I've got this water immunity right here, the big boss, and he's also the fire and water of my fire water grass core. So I kind of cheated here. This is Volcanion right here. With water absorb, his ability is critical. Hits like a motherfucking truck with 130 with steam eruption. Basically, a hydro pump plus Scald with more accuracy. It's absolutely amazing. Fire Blast is his second stab, which is actually amazing too. He's got Earth Power, Sludge Wave for, you know, all the fairies running amok. But for the most part, Volcanion will be spamming for water or fire moves. It doesn't really matter. Like, doesn't really matter unless like there's a dragon on the field. But that's what my Weavile is here for. So, yeah, not much to this. I will not run a physical set. There's no use running a physical set, a special set either way. Always gonna have Steam Eruption on this mon, so I'll have Fire Blast. Then I'll choose between like Hidden Power Grass or Earth Power. And then Sludge Wave is another option. Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, whatever I prefer. So those are the first 6 in my draft. So now let's move on to the next. So continuing on, here is the fairy type, C9 Mango of my Fire Water Grass core, Altaria. Altaria, in its pre-mega form, provides me with another ground resist, even, you know, to play mind games and stuff like that. And Mega Altaria is so, you know, unique. It's so unique because it's very unpredictable. You don't know what it is. Could it be special? Could it be physical? Could it be mixed? Could it be utility? Let's look at its move pool here. We can go Cotton Guard D-Dance or Cotton Guard Stall. We can go Agility Special. You know, Body Slam Return. It can be. We can even do like Rest Snore Altaria if we wanted to. You know, has Dragon Stab, Dragon Claw, Dance, Pulse, Earthquake. Mainly, I think I'm going to be using Dragon Dance this season. But that's to change, subject to change. Then Hyper Voice. Best thing about Altaria is the Pixelate ability, which makes what I think is okay 110 attack, 110 special attack, and turns into an actual threat. Heal Bell also as another utility. I can make Altaria defensive because look, it has base 110 defense, and with a great typing such as Dragon Fairy, whose only weaknesses are Poison and Fairy and Ice. If I think I'm not missing any, then it's pretty good. Moonblast, Outrage even, you know, if you wanted that Dragon Stab. Perish Song, I don't know, like there's a lot. Tailwind, Toxic, you know, everything learns Toxic. But yeah, Altaria is just a very unique mon that people, like, usually opponents will have to, like, sack or at least get heavy damage on one Pokemon before they realize what type of Altaria they're dealing with, whether it's physical, whether it's special, whether it's mixed, whether it's utility, one attack. So moving on. So initially in this draft, I actually drafted Kyurem first, but I recently dropped it and picked up 2 new mons. So the mons that came in its place is Rotom, which I'm going to name CTC. Rotom Mo, another ground resist, it's another electric resist on top of Altaria. And it's also important to have another electric spammer, because electric spam is also good in this gen, especially with like Tapu Koko running around and whatnot. So then, Rotom is also a great mon. It could be offensive, it could be defensive, it has screens, it has Will-O-Wisp, it has Pain Split, Leaf Storm hits hard if it's offensive, Resto Chesto. And then I also have Avalugg, which is another, I guess, my second form of hazard control. That's why I really got it, and I replaced it with Kyurem, because now I have a second ice type, but I also have hazard control at the same time and a physical wall. Although Slowking can wall, I can focus on Slowking's main strength, which is special defense walling. Then I have Avalugg here to take physical hits, which is good. So yeah, it doesn't really do much. This is going to be the Rapid Spinner, the Toxicer, like the stall. This will slow down my team's momentum, but sometimes I'll need it. I can even run Roar to avoid setup sweepers and whatnot. And Sturdy is also helpful, if I need to roar something out or just get a kill, revenge kill with Avalugg, live the hit, and then boom, knock it out with something, or get a Toxic off at least to put it on a timer. So then after I drafted Kyurem, I actually drafted Crobat right here. Golbat. Well, Crobat was taken, and I didn't have enough money per se to buy a Crobat anyway. So Golbat's good because it's pretty fast. It outspeeds, a decent amount of the drafted mons. Like, so threats like, I guess, like Metacham would provide a nuisance to my team, but with speed, I can like outspeed it. I'm talking about regular Metacham, not Mega Metacham. There's also a fighting wall because, like, if you notice, I have Avalugg as my physical wall, so it's not really walling fighting types because it's super effective. Altaria eats special or physical hits, but then I have Weavile and then Slowking once again, which is not as strong on the defensive side. So if I don't make it defensive, it won't serve as a good like fighting resist. Flygon, won't take a fighting move well. Volcanion has better defense than special defense, but it still won't. So I needed a way to grasp a fighting resist. The only thing about this team, the team that I drafted, I think, is that I don't have a solid rock resist other than Magnezone, but Magnezone is not necessarily a good rock resist because usually they carry Earthquake in tandem, so that's not too good. But other than that, my final mon that I drafted was Rhydon. I just needed another rocker besides Dugtrio, quite honestly. I need another rocker. This could be a setup sweeper with Dual Dance, Rock Polish, Swords Dance. This can be utility with Dragon Tail, Toxic Rocks, Roar, Eviolite, you name it. I thought this was a good mon, bulky as well, adding more bulk to my team. So basically the style of play that I'm trying to accomplish here in the TISA is hyper offense. It's fundamentally based on these three mons and Mega Altaria basically. I get rid of the things that wall Mega Altaria or maybe Flygon even for dragons, and I just run train and sweep. That's all I'm looking to do, because not many people prepare for trapping mons. Like, they underestimate the power of Dugtrio. Like, I used in the last draft league I did, I had Pursuit banded Dugtrio. So like back when Gengar had Levitate, I would Pursuit it, and like it's just the threat of trapping something that just it's amazing. It's amazing, and it's really beneficial in draft league format, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll leave the link to the TISA document in the description, and yeah, I'll probably post a video of my team building video versus my first opponent, and I'll be providing weekly coverage of this as well as my monotype lives and continued coverage of ULC 5, so look out for that video coming out soon. Alright guys, that's all I have, and see you next time.